she was so skinny. You could see her bones. K-dramas are not what they used to be, and I'm sick of pretending like they are. Like, I'm just, at first, I thought it was just me, okay? At first, I was like, okay, maybe I'm just busy. I don't have time to watch K-dramas. Like, I'm not catching up on all of them. It's not me, okay? It's the K-dramas. It's the K-dramas. It's the acting, actresses, actors, whatever, the writers, the entertainment industry. Like, I can make a whole video just ranting about the entertainment industry, but I'm gonna keep it very short and just talk about K-dramas in general. But I've been watching K-dramas for 7 years. Like, my friend introduced me to them in 2019, and this year, 2026, is like the first year where I haven't finished a single one. Like, I haven't watched a single K-drama, or like I haven't finished one. The first thing that can come to my mind is the acting. In my opinion, the acting has gone down. I think the last time where I felt like the acting was actually good was last year when I was watching When Love Gives You Tangerines. Like, after that, it has just gone, it just went downhill, okay? So, in my opinion, the acting nowadays is very, like, mechanical. Like, I don't feel like it's real anymore. It honestly just feels like they're reading off a script, and before you say, well, that's what acting is, I know, but you're not supposed to see it. It's not supposed to look like they're acting. Acting is supposed to feel, sound real to some extent, obviously. And it's not just the new actors. Some of these actors are, like, they have been acting for years, and if you watch some of their previous K-dramas, you would see that it's good. They can convey their emotions using facial expressions, or, like, I don't know, like, they were actually doing their job. But now the same actors, it's like they're robots. And it's even down to the kissing scenes. Like, the kissing scenes, I think they should just remove them altogether, because at this point, it's so fake. It feels so fake. Like, I don't know. And I hate when I start a new K-drama and everyone is raving about the chemistry. Like, oh my god, they have so much chemistry. And it's like, just because you put two actors in the same room and tell them to kiss or whatever, doesn't give them, like, chemistry, okay? And I don't know, maybe everyone has, like, a different definition of chemistry, on-screen chemistry, because I'm talking about on-screen chemistry. Like, off-screen, that's not my business. I don't care. They're just doing their job. But on screen, like, it's just not the same. And again, I want to go back to the point I made in the beginning about how I know it's not just me, because if you told me to go and watch the older K-dramas, or the K-dramas that I previously watched and gave a 10 out of 10, or like an 8 out of 10, or I actually enjoyed, I would enjoy it now. And also, another thing that adds on to that is like the filters that they use. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but whenever in every new K-drama, like, they have 10 filters. Like, it's layer after layer after layer, okay? It's getting out of hand. It is to the point where you can't even see their nose. It doesn't look like skin. Okay, they don't want to show, like, real skin, whatever. Okay, fine, I get it. It's the beauty standards in Korea and stuff, but there is literally no reason for them to use like 10 filters on top of each other, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, the actors and stuff. And I don't want this to be about the physical, like, oh, I'm being put off, and like, but it's kind of off-putting when I watch a K-drama and not only is it so smooth that their skin looks too perfect, like, it's uncanny kind of perfect, but they also have like a lot of surgeries, and that is like, surgeries and getting things done in Korea and just all over the world have always been, it's always been normal. And even in South Korea, which is like one of the leading countries when it comes to cosmetic surgeries, like, I know this isn't anything new, but over the years it's definitely developed into something very scary. Like, I'm scared of the direction that it's taking, and these actors are actually getting pressure to be getting these surgeries. And I know for a fact that a lot of them wouldn't be getting it if it wasn't for the pressure from not just the industry or like the entertainment industry, which, by the way, we have to remember, this is their job, okay? This is how they earn, like, they put food on the table. But it's also from, I'm guessing, Korean audiences. Like, I think the beauty standards are so, like, in people's heads that it's like almost nature now, that it's like you have to go and get your eyes done, your nose done, your whole face and your body needs to be redone basically, and it's really scary. It's really scary. And don't even get me started on the ED culture. And again, like I know that this all just sounds like a bunch of um things that I'm just saying. Obviously I don't have the statistics and stuff, but like I have the visual evidence or proof. Like I'm this isn't it's not just me, okay? Like not too long ago I was watching a K-drama, or I started a K-drama that I was so excited for, and I'm not gonna name the title of it because I don't want this to be like an attack on the actors. But anyways, like the female lead, guys, when I tell you, she was so skinny. You could see her bones. You could see her bones. I actually had to stop because it made me so uncomfortable to watch. Like it was, there is no way that this is healthy. And the way, like I can't believe and I can't understand that they are letting her do this to herself. Like it's sad, and they don't see that it's a problem. And a lot of people agreed. Actually, remember there was like discourse around it, and um but there were some people defending it, saying like, oh no, it's because like she had to do it for the character, like the character had an eating disorder or something. And I'm like, I know that there are some actors who take it to the extreme and are known for it, but that's not what she is. And most Korean actors and like Korean dramas are not like that. Honestly, most of them are pretty uh ordinary life, slice of life. You know, sometimes it's thriller and sometimes it's a little bit of fantasy maybe, but there's no need for that much, okay? And it's just sad, and this is actually coming from a place of like concern. I am concerned for these women, but also men. But one thing I don't like about social media is that they take this situation and then they turn it into a joke or a meme, and they like make fun of it. And I'm like, no, this is actually a serious matter. Like we have to talk about this seriously, because not only is this bad for them, but it's also really like they are influential. We have to remember that. And so the young girls who are watching this, the young Korean girls, the young international fans, they're gonna look at this and think, oh, so this is what I need to look like to like get there or make it, or I guess be accepted by society. And it's really sad, and there are probably a bunch of essays on YouTube that you can watch about just beauty standards. It's really fucked up. But that's one thing that just makes me really uncomfortable, and it's like been developing. Like I've seen it over the years. It's always kind of annoyed me, like the not showing real skin and stuff, but now it's just it's like at its peak. And I can't ignore it anymore. Like I said, it makes me sometimes uncomfortable. Okay, so the next thing is, this one isn't new. Honestly, this has been an ongoing, like this has been a problem for me personally ever since I started watching K-dramas back in 2019. I don't know why every K-drama writer thinks that they have to use the same tropes over and over and over again. And mind you, these tropes aren't even like important to the storyline or plot line. Like they don't actually need to add them to the K-drama for it to make sense. Like they could just leave it out and it would be just fine, but adding it always cheapens the plot. For example, childhood lovers or childhood connection. And it's not like the kind of childhood connection where they're friends to lovers. No, it's the one where they meet once at a car crash or at an accident site, and then they like, that's it. They met once and then they fell in love apparently at like 5 years old, and then 25 years later they meet each other again, and then it's like, oh my god, I've loved you for 25 years, so we have to get together now. It's like, why can't they just be strangers that fall in love? Because you know, that's also pretty normal. The childhood connection trope is annoying. Like I said, it's usually not a big part of the plot, so I can sometimes ignore it, but it's when it's combined with other tropes, because they love doing that. They love using not just one trope, they use 300 different tropes, and it's the same order every time. And it's the female lead that is, I don't want to call her stupid, but it's giving like, is this your first day on earth? Like, girl, like, were you born yesterday? Like, were you actually born 10 minutes ago? Because why are you acting like this? You're 30 years old. They keep falling over, tripping over, whatever. They always need help. They're always like, oh, okay, I can't. I'm sorry. It's just, maybe it was cute for some people. It's never been cute for me. Sometimes it feels like it's either one or the other. It's either the female lead is this helpless, like, oh my god, I can't do anything, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed, oh my god, like I've never done, like, or it's this like super independent, like strong, rude almost character, and I'm like, where is the balance? Like, why can't we just have normal female characters? Yes, she has insecurities. Yes, she is, you know, she can be vulnerable, and like she does, of course, like of course she needs help sometimes, but also she's strong and independent in other ways. Like, I don't know, I feel like it lacks that. Like, a lot of K-dramas lack that balance between those two things, especially when it comes to female leads, and especially when it's the second female lead. And so it's almost like they do it on purpose so that we hate her. And that's why I have like a lot of sympathy for the second female leads, who always get painted as this like jealous bitch who's coming here to ruin everything. And then, like, you know, in the third act when they break up and she's like trying to sabotage for, like, why? Like, I don't understand. And also, why can't we just have a normal friendship between two females in K-dramas? Okay, I know there are a lot of K-dramas who have that, but there are also a lot of them who just, for no reason at all, like, it adds nothing to the plot, but for some reason they just make the female lead, almost on purpose, unlikable. Okay, and it's, maybe I'm just biased because I myself am a woman, and it's not that I think all women in K-dramas need to be painted as like perfect or goddesses. No, no, no. They need to have flaws. I think in general, a lot of the issues, not a lot, but at least some of the tropes, I could mention a bunch of other tropes too, also are worsened by like big streaming services taking over, like Netflix, HBO, not so much HBO, but at least Netflix and Disney, as I know, like them taking over and buying the rights of the K-dramas, I think does ruin some of them. I definitely believe that. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for this video. I'm so sorry for the background noise. I'm like actually so annoyed, but it's my little brother and he won't stop crying for some reason, so like there's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry. That's my little rant about K-dramas, and it just saddens me because watching K-dramas is not just about watching K-dramas, it's also the community, you know, talking about it, weekly discussions or episode discussions. And I feel like for so long I've been missing out on that, especially this year, and I kept blaming it on school, but it's like I've been busy with school all these years. So yeah, I know it's not me, I'm not the problem, but yeah, it is what it is. I guess. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.